Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. This is your girl Phoenix. I had a few Facebook friends and Instagram followers that were like, hey Phoenix, listen, this quarantine thing is not doing right by your girls. Our brows is a little unruly and we need some help. And so one of my very good friends said, listen, we need a video, sis. Let's get detailed on how to do a very natural brow that we can just pull together, shape it, clean it up until this is all passed over. So that's what your girl is getting ready to do. So if you guys notice, my left, possibly your right, you will see that my brow is filled in naturally. So this is basically, I guess, a beginner tutorial for those that don't know how to fill in their brow and get this shape. I have not used any concealer. I just use two tools, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it step by step. Okay, so what you're going to need is a spoolie. This is a spoolie. This part right here is called a spoolie. So usually your eyebrow pencil comes with this at the very end. You're going to need the color of the pencil that you're going to use. For me, every day, I personally use black for myself. Okay? Yes, this right here is a black pencil. You're going to need, if you make any mistakes or you want just a very sharp, precise brow, you're going to need a concealer, whether it is highlighting or one that is more natural to suit your skin tone for a natural look. This one is the Morphe brand. So you guys can see that. And the color is C5.65. I believe it's their darkest shade. And you're going to need an angle, or some prefer a straight brow brush. I prefer an angle. Okay? And you're also going to need a brush that you can use to blend the concealer out if you're going that route. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is, with your spoolie, you're going to brush your brows upwards into the direction that you want them to go. Some people are very sparse hair in this area, like myself, right? And some people just really have a lot of brow to work with. So either way, by the time this video is over, you will be able to know how to do your brows like that. All right? So now that I have brushed my brow up, let me go into detail on the steps to know exactly where to start, where to meet, and where to end with your brows. I'm going to place my pencil right here. I'm going to look directly into the camera so you guys can see. Okay? Now you see where I placed my pencil? That right there is the beginning of your brows. Not here. Right here. Wherever it is, these areas meet. Okay? Then you're going to hold your pencil straight. And you're just going to tilt it till you get to the center of your pupil, center of your brow, right here. So your pencil is supposed to lay right there, the side of your nose. And once it does, it tells you exactly where the middle part of your brow is, the center of your pupil, right? You're going to tilt it one more time. Still, the base of the pencil is still at the base, at the side of your nose. Okay? This right here is where your brow ends. Not here. Here. Okay? So we introduce, we meet, and then we depart. Okay? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit, or scoot you up a little bit more, so you guys can see this very well. I'm only going to roll my pencil up just a little. I don't need a lot. So, right where I showed you guys where we meet, I'm going to draw a little line there. So that's going to help me to kind of guide my hand and the product. Usually I'm using a mirror, so I'm going to use this mirror that I have here so I can give you guys a very precise application. So the area where I marked to show you where we meet, we're going to follow that along the baseline of your brow right here. See that? Where we met, followed baseline till we depart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that right now. And because I use black, I always go in with a light hand depending on the style that I'm going for the day. Now, you guys see that? I drew the outline from where I meet, where I met the beginning of my brows, to where I will meet, which is the center of the brow. Remember? Right here. And then right here to where we depart. Exact. Okay? Take your time. Use the light hand. Don't feel intimidated. You guys got this. It's all right. Now, once I have that guideline down, I'm now going to go right here. So I'm going to make a mark. You guys see that mark right here? That's at the center. Okay? I made that mark because that lets me know from there, go to my designated departure site. Y'all hear me talking like I'm traveling? It'll be all right, y'all. We out of this real soon. Okay, so right where we meet at the center, I am going to attach a line right here, just like that. So I went from the center of my brow and exactly to the departure site of my brow, and I attached the two. Okay? You follow me so far? Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you need me to go into more details. Okay? Okay. Now, once I have step 1, step 2 down, I'm now going to go right back to the very beginning, and with small strokes, I'm going to attach a line to the center of my brow, just like that. Now you can see that the brow, the structure of the brow is beginning to form. That easy, that quick, that simple. Okay? Take your time. If you don't feel like you want to have a very clean, precise brow, you want more of a very natural brow, take your time so that you can omit the concealer. So now that I have drawn a line from the very beginning to the center, I'm going to begin to Take small, light strokes. Remember, we're going for a natural brow. And I'm going to begin to fill my brow area in. Please keep in mind, for a natural, clean brow, natural runway clean brow, everyday brow, the darkest part of your brow would be from the center to the tail end. The darkest, depending again on the look that you are going for. Now, light hand, and I'm going to begin to fill it in lightly. Now, when I get to the very beginning of my brow, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to look into my mirror for when I do this, but I will be very detailed with you guys. And I'm going to make small strokes upwards, small hair-like strokes, just like that. Just like that, right? And once I've done that, I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to gently go back and forth, up. So I'm going to fade my brow out from the root, the base, up. And I'm going to comb the color through my brow. I'm going to fade the color at the very beginning. I'm going to soften it up, okay? And I'm going to comb that color through just like that. Just like that. Just like that, you've got a very natural, clean brow. Simple steps. And all you used was your spoolie and your pencil. That's it. Now we're going to take it another step further. And now we're going to incorporate two other tools, which would be your brow pencil and your concealer. So, because this is mine's personal concealer, I'm going to take some of the product right off of the wand, and I'm going to go in right there. I'm gonna stop right there real quick. I'm gonna tell you why. One, because I'm gonna need my mirror. Two, we want to take our time in this area so that we can have a very clean, precise application, right? So if you notice, I used this color that is similar, very close to my skin tone, which is actually a little lighter than my skin tone, but my ring light gives off a brighter reflection. But that's the reason why I chose that. So I'm going to start from the beginning, exactly where we started our pencil. We started to draw that baseline. I'm going to go in, right? And we're going to take our time and we're going to follow right under the brow. Like so. You guys see that? Now that I have my concealer from the beginning, the center, and to the end, I'm going to take my brow brush. And guys, I am going to pull the product downwards. Okay? I'm going to fade this concealer out downwards. towards my eyelid. Like so. Okay? Now see the difference? We have a very natural brow. No concealer. And now we still have a natural brow, but more precise at the tail end. Okay? Now, you do not have to put a product on the top. This is still for beginners. So what I want to do is show you guys how to do a very natural brow in as few steps as possible. So we're going to swipe down and we're going to blend that out. Okay? Remember, I said we're going to need a brush to blend that product out and soften it. Now, if you say, Phoenix, girl, I done took a little bit off. Just take your pencil. And remember the rules. Just go into the area where you felt that you erased a bit. That's it. That's it. Nothing to it. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing to my left brow. Now, when you're cleaning up your brow, if you are a beginner, you definitely want to take your time. Go slow. So the same thing I did over here is the same thing I'm going to do here. I'm going to take my time and go from the very beginning. I'm going to follow the line that I created. And then I'm going to sweep the product down. Because the one thing we do not want is demarcation. We do not want to see where your concealer started on your brows and where they're ending under your brows. You just don't want to see that. We want something that transitions into something naturally beautiful, clean, precise. And if at the very beginning, the first time, it takes you a little while, then so be it. But remember, practice makes perfect. Once you've blended that product towards your eyelid, remember to go back in with that blending brush and smooth that product out. And there you have it, y'all. That's it. That's it. Simple, easy, clean, beginner brow, friendly brows. Okay, so take a look one more time. All we needed was our spoolie for our natural brow and the color of your choice. That's it. So I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. I am going to leave this as such because I'm going to now jump into another video for you guys where I will be using only e.l.f. foundation, the e.l.f. concealer, and their e.l.f. gloss that I purchased for my skin. I'm going to do a really quick, soft, everyday makeup look for you guys. All right, so I will see you then. Guys, take care. Keep your head up. Put God first, above all and everyone else. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I will see you all later. Take care, okay?